Good evening, everyone. So, today we will be discussing about AI and humanity. In the series of AI and humanity, today we will be discussing about forest fires and floods and how AI can help it. In my last article, I discussed about flooding, right? Immensely. Now, today I'll take a different view and discuss. So, let us first understand about what in forest fires. Like California, the fires are running since past 2 days, I guess, and they're huge and they have engulfed houses as well. So, how do we avoid such a disaster? Now, what is the mitigation all about here? So, consider all this. I'll just give you a kind of idea of what the solution may look like with the help of AI. We all know light shows with drones are a common phenomenon now, right? You've seen a lot of light shows and all the lights emitting from drones, and they follow a particular pattern. The drones are laid down and they follow a particular pattern when they are up in the air. No drone collides with another drone. They flow in shapes that are predetermined. In the same way, in the same way that you are doing it in the light show, we can do it over the forest to determine minor fire which can grow up, to determine if the forest is over dry. On the edge of it, we can also have some robots in the forest lands. I'm always talking about fireproof robots in the forest to detect the dryness of the trees, detect the dryness of the land, and hence to call in the firefighters much before the rain has occurred. Right. So these are two different things. Don't get confused. One was drones, other is robots in the forest. Why I started talking about robots in forest when I was talking about drones? Because moving these drones around the forest is a prevention is better than cure is always what I say. This is a prevention. If you're seeing some kind of fumes already coming, or if you see and if a robot detects a particular area has become dry, it can send that information to a central server, right? Which can send water filled or sand filled or chemical which stops carbon dioxide or whatever, what stops the fires, to be part of that drone system. The drone can be a big drone also, just like somebody just hitting that place and then to be recovered later with the help of a robot, because every machine to have a jeep can have a GPS, and if uh, it is fireproof, then we can actually get it back to, right. So this is for, and also for irrigation, means if the rains are not there, so how do we do the artificial rains? You can have drones filled with water, timely artificial rains over the masses and marshes or masses of the forest, means the trees over the forest. The robots in the, so there are two things. One is the robots that are up there that are part of drones, and second is those that are doing the uh, survey in the forest. Right? There are two different things. One is doing the robots, multiple robots are in a fireproof kind of body, are in the forest. These are robots or drones which who are in the air, right? So these are two different things. They can just notify the central server that the degree of dryness is too much. Bring the rain with the help of some artificial rain. It may not be the sufficient one as of now, but if you think that it is a very important thing for you, forest burning, for me it is a very important thing. So I would obviously make drones have water and do some amount of artificial rain. rather than making artificial clouds. I don't want to I don't want to be edging about the artificial cloud technology. Sorry, I'm not into that thing, but I think even drones can be made to do some artificial rain to protect the system from burning. So there are two things: doing it before the rain, or doing it before the fire when it doesn't rain. The second thing is rain didn't happen, you were notified, and then you didn't do anything. Third thing is you were notified that fire has happened, and then you have to bring in the uh, fireproofs things. These things are very much like science fiction right now, right? It is doable or not doable, it is another question of thinking. But when people can talk about artificial clouds, we can also talk about artificial uh, forest fire dealing, artificial irrigation, right? Artificial rains using drone swarms. So what do we call it? Swarm of drones. Because they are not doing their light show like other robots are doing around the world. Every country have started doing drone light shows. Let's make drone bit bigger and do make a drone swarm. That's what I would like to call it. Right. Next is checking dryness of forest via sensors of robotic units. I've already told you robotic units to be installed in the forest. It will check the dryness of the forest using the sensors and testing kits they carry. Robotics is useful here. AI is useful here. AI for humanity is fitting in here. So why we are not going to do it? That's another question. Then water and sand supplies, desaltification, ocean water is there. We have to remove the salt from ocean water in a nice way. Nice way means in an economic way, which does not even require, which does not require much of this thing, uh, much of power. Because so much water is used, how long can you make it free from salt? You need to find a natural way that is inexpensive so that we can just use it. If expenses there, it should be minimum. There is a solution for it. I may provide it to you sooner. You can write to me, I'll do it. It's off track. So let's come back to track. So all the alert systems should be there, national, international alert system. Just like earthquakes are notified by international agency, we should have an international agency for storms also, forest fires also, just to get a second opinion about the your opinion about what to do, what not to do. Forest fire prevention for houses near the forest via robots, early alert for people. Right, if your house is near a if your house is near this forest area, and you don't know when the fire came in, then you should always have some robotic instrument attached to your house which can guide in, and maybe one day you can have robotic firefighters who have the capability to use even the pipes if you need it. If you are staying near a forest and you don't have the pipes and everything, then in future, these are all futuristics because this is not there as of now. As of now, it is not there. Satellite image to classify severe storms versus deadly storms. Given now we have the data. So we have a lot of data. We have data about the cloudburst. We have data about severe lightning alerts. We have data about severe floods. So all these things can be, we are having what? Data is there. Now we need to just classify whether this thing would be severe or deadly storm. We need to do that. And for that, we just need that we are doing it. Means You need to collect the satellite data and classify is it a deadly storm or it is a severe storm. Or it is a normal storm. Right? If not now, then when? Because we have the data now. It just happened there just few days back. So we have collected that data. So can satellite image predict it? Right. So this is AI. Naive-based classifier, neural classifier, SVM classifier. You can apply deep learning, and we can have a classification. So what is it working? Question is this: Can if it is working, then satellite image can provide satellite image from above can provide. Hmm. Right. And apart from other atmospheric data, give them other atmospheric data also. Give them the satellite imagery data. Give them the other satellite data also, no? And collect all that and feed it in a deep learning model. SVM model. But when we have deep learning, why won't we use deep learning? Time series data. It's happening time wise. After what time, when, where would the storm happen when this is the condition of the clouds and the atmospheric condition. So we just need to know that is it working? Would it work? Can deep learning classify it as a severe or a deadly storm or a normal storm? The one that happened in Spain, the one that happened there when the cloud was crested. Hmm. How did we knew that? Forest fires. How long, if this is a condition from satellite image, how long would it take to be stopped if we do these measures? If not, then how much more would it spread given this is the condition? Satellite data now. See the satellite data now and just see if this is the condition, how much more it would spread or it would be burning. Deep learning, apply them along with atmospheric conditions, humidity, dryness, and everything, temperature. Hmm. Right. So, given rise of temperature, increase in forest fire handling with AI. I've already told you. The temperature is there, the factors are there. We need a global, it's just like we have earthquake, global alert systems, and even every other country can match with it, right? So every country have their own, but we also have a global. So in the same way, we also need a global as well as for the every country. Then decision making and how to do decision making. How do robots would do decision making? He is collecting some soil in that forest and he touches a bark of a tree and he found it's very dry and it's heated. It may burn. So what would we do? This is an uncertainty condition. No, this is a sure shot condition to follow the rules and call in for help of firefighters at this location in the forest for water. But uncertainty condition is he touches the bark, it's dry and it's nothing hot and normal. But there is a doubt. There's an uncertainty there. What would you do on which place? This is a big forest. Here, there, which place should the help come most? So these are certain things like that are possible for AI and humanity. Emergency app for handling. We should have an emergency app for handling the climate data. Everyone should have an emergency app to know the status of their complaints about things like forest fires, people living there nearby. Hmm. So a lot of things there, a lot of questions, a lot of ways to do things. Main aim is saving lives. Saving lives, saving your properties, and saving your flora and fauna. Okay, you should be saving your forest. They are the oxygen givers. Another thing that is there is why not to just bifurcate certain areas so that the uh, Even humans can go into forest for that reason, just to spend some garden-sized area in between every other chunk of forest, so that you can go there in that chunk, spend some night, have some treats, grow some herbs there, and then so because all that, so that humans can go there. Like, humans can go in forest there, but not to be burned, please. So please, I'm really sorry to say such a thing. Forgive me, but just to be like, this is a long project. It's just a beginning, right? So we should not send humans there for sure. But the thing is, it is a long project, and what I meant to say was just bifurcating so that the fire does not spread from part A of the forest to part B of the forest. Right? Later, it can be used to grow herbs for sure because the land is rich, it is a forest land. So, there are a lot of applications of AI in the case of climate conditions and that affects the health, and it's for humanity, right? There are a lot of more things that I'll be coming up with in the series of AI and humanity. Take care. Think big.